My second book, Silenced, I actually started to write that before Unwanted was published. It was in 2009, early, and I was still at the security service in Stockholm, and I took some leave of absence and went to Thailand and wrote for a couple of weeks. Because some parts of the plot takes place in Thailand, and I had never been there before. With that book, I had a quite interesting experience, because when it was the first book, I had this vision of a girl on a train, but with the second book, I had a very strong vision of a girl who was trapped abroad, and she couldn't come back to Sweden. And for me, that would be a total nightmare if someone kidnapped, or hijacked rather, my entire identity and stole that from me. What would be left then? So I made a drama out of that, and it was a very interesting journey for me by myself also, because I really didn't know why she was trapped abroad, or even where she was, or who she was. But later I began, step by step to trace her history, and that became Silenced. So it was a very interesting writing procedure as well. It has a very strong connection to migration, and I always say I don't write political books, and it's not a political book. But nevertheless, I had the opportunity to work a couple of years ago in Jordan, in Amman, with Iraqi refugees. And I worked with the UN organ for refugees, UNHCR. And when I saw the despair among these people, I couldn't help but to use it when I wrote Silenced. I also think that even if I don't write political books, there is no harm in asking critical questions and confronting the reader with dilemmas. What would you do for your loved ones if you were living in an area of catastrophe and you had the opportunity to go to Sweden? What price would be too high? Is there even a too high price? And for me, that was the core question in the end. And it's also a book about deep-rooted family conflicts. As for the police team, with Fredrika and Alex involved, and Peter, it starts with that they find a minister who has been shot, and his wife, she's dead as well. And from the beginning it looks like an extended suicide. He shot her first and then himself. But the more they learn that this is a very different story, and it's a much darker story. And actually family conflicts is also one of my favorite topics, so I combined that with migration, and I think it turned out quite well, if I may say so myself.